Welcome to the PIHL on MSA. High School Hockey 2014-2015 at MSAsports.net is sponsored in part by First Commonwealth Bank, by S-Mark, by McDonald's, by People's Gas, by Carlow University, by UPMC Sports Medicine, by ProGrass, by the East Suburban Sports Medicine Center, by Monticello's Italian Restaurant, and by Management Science Associates.
We welcome you here to South Point for tonight's contest between Peters Township and the Indians, Little Indians, or Indiana Little Indians, I should say. For Jero Von Dane, I'm Scott Majeski. It's great to have you with us here for MSA's continuing coverage of PIHL hockey here on the MSA Sports Network, brought to you by Trib Total Media. This is a Class B matchup between, like I said, Peters Township, the home team, taking on Indiana, the Little Indians. Thoughts on this game early, as we are here early in the season?
Indians versus Little Indians here, of course, at South Point as the crowd makes their way into the building. And a fun early season matchup between these two. A couple of teams coming off good seasons a year ago. Indiana going 17-1-1 last year before losing in the semifinals. Peters Township went 15-5 last season, lost in the quarterfinals. Both teams off to decent starts. Indiana 4-1-1 so far, and Peters Township off to a 3-2 start. So interesting matchup on paper. We look forward to seeing what transpires here in just a few minutes when they drop the puck.
Zane McClinney for Indiana might be the goaltender we'll see tonight. He wears number 26. He's the only one actually listed on the Indiana Little Indians roster, so I would safely assume that he may be the starting goaltender for Indiana tonight. He on the year, 6 games played, 4 wins, 1 loss, a tie. He has 1 shootout, 14 goals against for him, averages about 2.3 per game given up, save percentage of 91%. For Peters Township, it might be Wesley Kaler. 5 games played, 3 wins, 2 losses, no ties, no shutouts, 17 goals against, averaging about 3.36 per game, and a save percentage of 83%. Some players to watch for in tonight's contest. Luke Landonowski for Indiana has played 6 games for them, has recorded 11 points, 6 goals, 5 assists, 18 penalty minutes for him, and 1 game-winning goal, and also has a power play marker as well. Oh no, excuse me, that's a points per game mark right there. I was getting ahead of myself, thinking that the double P might have meant power play. Jacob Clark also for Indiana, another player to watch out for. 5 assists, 3 goals, equaling 8 points. For Peters Township, John Platt, through 5 games, has 5 points, 4 goals, and 1 assist. And also Connor Glirowski, 5 games played, 5 points, 2 goals, 3 assists.
Yeah, I mean, really on paper, you look at some of the scoring, especially for Indiana. Lewandowski with 11 points already, 1.83 points per game. Great numbers for Luke, the forward, 6 goals, 5 assists, and Clark right behind him. And look out on defense for Thomas Petro, especially on the power play. Defenseman leading the team with 6 helpers so far. And for Peters Township, you mentioned John Platt with his 4 goals to lead the team. They're looking for more scoring right now, or the Peters Township Indians trying to boost up their numbers a little bit. Indiana 4.2 goals on average so far this season to Peters Township 3.4. Well, interesting matchup. You mentioned the goaltenders Zane McElhenney and Wesley Kaler. They will do battle here. We're not sure if we're going to get the playing of our national anthem or not. We're never quite sure.
Yeah, not sure either. And I'm also officially trying to figure out, I'm pretty sure Peters Township's in the black home uniforms with the red and white trim. These teams are both Indians. I've yet to see the front. This is Peters Township over here in the white then, with the nice white. Yep, Indiana is in the black there on the road. This game is also being, thanks to Seth Meyers, and this, or not, Sean Myers. Seth Meyers is the comedian on late night television. to Sean Myers, who's doing video stream for us here on MSA Sports Network. You can catch the video stream right now if you're listening to the game here on the audio, just the website version. You can switch on over to, I think there's a link there on the website. I'm pretty sure there will be for the video stream hookup. And also you can catch it anytime after tonight's game as well, the video stream hookup. We'll have continuing coverage. I think we're covering about 20 or so video stream games for the PIHL. MSA locking on that deal. Also would like to take time to plug PIHLhockey.com. Follow your PIHL favorite teams there on PIHLhockey.com. Looks like we got a starting lineup out there for Peters.
Well, Jack Underwood's going to start in the middle, and he'll be paired up on that top line with Josh Hilzendager. Hilzendager, 1 point on the season so far, and also John Platt up front, number 91. And on defense, we've got Matt Michalowski, as well as Sam Madler. We're trying to get a look at the Indians' numbers.
Peters Township will go left to right, and Indiana will go right to left. 17-minute periods as the opening faceoff is won by Peters Township. Starting goaltender Wesley Kaler for Peters Township, and it is Zane Henry for Indiana. It's down in the Indiana zone, played by one of their defense behind the net, and they'll break it out. Coming up with some speed now. I believe that is number 17. Got to get used to these numbers quick. Patrick O'Neill for Indiana as he brings it in. Roughed up by a couple Peters Township players. Peters Township able to try to get it out. They don't. Shot on, deflected away by number 22 of Peters Township. That is Matthew McCloskey. But Indiana retains possession up to the point. Shot, deflected and round in front, and Peters Township has it. Break it out and sent down the ice.
A pretty good presence in front of the goal by Sam Madler for Peters Township, just blocking out that front area. We get the clear, but an icing call will bring it back to Peters Township ice.
Little Indians versus Indians. Peters Township, the Indians. The Little Indians are of Indiana. Boyer for Indiana will take the faceoff. Number 16, he loses it. And it's won by Peters Township, but he's able to find it in the corner after misplayed up top. 14 a shot and off to the side, no good. Now back out and cleared by Peters Township. Indiana will go after that, courtesy of Thomas Petro for the Little Indians. Peters Township now offsides. They'll have to regroup. Indiana will handle it. D to D they go. Coming right to left. Loose around. Indiana loses it. Nice turnover here. And now Indiana gets it right back. Petro being attacked by 3 defenders as he brings up through the neutral zone. Nice dance move. Swaggers into the offensive zone. And Deacon trying to pass everybody going coast to coast, but loses it. But now back up to the top. Shot blocked by Peters Township. And still loose. And number 15, the captain for Peters Township, that is Matthew Copeland, will clear it to neutral zone. But the Little Indians of Indiana retrieve it, and a shot just misses wide.
Well, good to see Thomas Petro. Nice skill on defense. He can really move the puck up ice. That time tried to go coast to coast.
Dump in by Peters Township quickly. Nailed there by the Little Indians D. 3-on-1 for the Little Indians. Able to regain possession now below the net. Looking around, plays it up on the breakout. Will the Little Indians get out? No, stopped in, kept by Peters Township, and they'll dump it in. Chasing after it is the one player for the Indians. Tough to see his number. Looks like a higher number, 83, Jack Majestic. Loose in front, but the Little Indians regain possession. Played around behind the net, and here comes the breakout. Nope. It's kept in by Peters Township. Now it's out into the neutral zone. And now Peters Township will gain possession in the neutral zone, courtesy of Majestic.
Yeah, PT making it tough on the Little Indians, trying to get out of their own zone. Now Indiana wants to move the puck up ice quickly.
Little Indians with the break on the neutral zone, fumbled a little bit, but now Peters Township now regains possession. 63 bringing it up for them, Jack Underwood. Underwood dumps it in, will chase it. Little Indians possession, however. Down into the right corner, near side us. Far side of the rink as they'll play it. 14 has it now. That's Petro for the Little Indians, but it's kept alive by Peters Township. In their offensive zone, they'll cycle it down low. working for help, looking for some help. Peters Township now here's in the circle, right to the left side, shot on, save, rebound, still loose, and Peters Township has it. First shot recorded of the game for the Indians. Now a blast wide. Maybe got a piece of it to the goaltender, McKinley. And now up at the circles, Little Indians will have it. Back around the net they go. Peters Township regaining possession and holding on to the puck. That's John Platt, number 91, doing a lot of that work. Now loosened off to the right side of the cage. Peters Township has it in front. Ooh, Fanning on the shot there. And still kept alive. Little Indians now have possession of it. And right back to the neutral zone. Neutral zone turnover. Peters Township gaining possession. Dancing around, number 22, Matthew McCloskey. But he loses possession as he tried to do a couple more dance moves, and now Indiana will have it. And they'll try to regroup, and Peters Township really putting on the pressure here.
Josh Hilzenegger had 3 great scoring chances on one shift, still looking for his first of the year. He had a clean look wrister from the left circle, good blocker save by McElhenney, and had another chance on a little poke in front, and then Fan, as you said, on that one-timer.
12:30 to go here, first period, scoreless. Now in the Indiana offensive zone. Up back to their point, and they'll play catch. O'Neill has it, number 17, top left circle. O'Neill loses it, now up to the point. Here comes a foot race, 2-on-1 developing. Number 15 developing here for Peters Township. That's Copeland. Copeland, shot, ooh, and just getting a piece of it on the right side was the Indiana goalie, McClaney, and he was able to deflect it off to the right side. Peters Township, though, regroups.
Yeah, the initial pass on that 2-on-1 hit the skate of defenseman Tyler Mulak, and they still almost had a scoring chance.
Top circle shot denied again on that right leg pad for McClaney of Indiana. Now behind the net, the Little Indians have it. And in the neutral zone, trying to clear 13, battling for the Little Indians. That's Lewandowski, one of the top scorers in this Class B division. Turnover here. Peters Township in the corner. We get a whistle in our first penalty of the game. Looks like a hooking call. And I'm going to see who the guilty party may be.
And how about that pace? I mean, we went about 7 minutes of hockey without a whistle.
It is on Indiana, and that will be number 4 on Indiana. Keegan Fulton Schuler. 11:29. First penalty of the game, and a 2-minute power play developing for Peters Township. On the opening faceoff, it was to the right of the goaltender. It is cleared right away by Indiana, and Peters Township will have to reset. Misplayed by the goaltender and his defender, but they'll regroup. Number 72 will bring it up. That is Mitch Crean. Crean will give it to 63, over to number 14, John Heisenberger. He loses it, though, as he enters the offensive zone, and it's cleared back down by the Little Indians.
He just left that puck behind him. Easy clear for Nate Ferris.
So Peters Township will regroup back behind their net, and they'll bring it up. Number 22 with some speed. Michalowski, I believe that's how you would say it, Michalowski. Shot on by number 14 for Peters Township, Heisenberger, and it's kicked aside by the netminder for Indiana. Blocked in front on another shot. Now they'll play at the top. Top circle blast, and didn't even get anywhere, and blocked away by Indiana. And cleared.
Good job by Zane McElhenney, and goalie stays very square to the puck at all times.
Pressure here, power play ticking at 52 seconds right now as a shot on shorthanded opportunity for Indiana. Peters Township looking a little sloppy here on their opening power play of the frame, but they still got plenty of time, 40 seconds to go in the first period. Blocked in front, ooh, making the man fall. Here's a chance now for Peters Township. Knocked away, though. Nice play there by number 6, Anthony Lindsay for Indiana. Now, Peters Township circle. Nice feed and throw, and just trickling off his stick right there in the slot for Peters Township. They still have possession, though, to the left side of the netminder. Now down low, they'll cycle, looking to develop something here. Time ticking away on their first opening power play. Now a takeaway Indiana, 2-on-2. Developing, he'll just dump it in. And Peters Township will gain possession, played out neutral zone. Copeland, and he was looking for his intended target, Majestic, but nope. And now cleared all the way down the ice. Power play over. 0 for 1 on the power play are the Indians of Peters Township. And now we got another whistle and a hold. And it's going to be on Peters Township this time.
A great chance late in that power play for Jake Majestic. He got the feed wide open in the slot area and just couldn't get a clean shot off. Indiana able to clear, kill off the remaining seconds of that power play, and now they get their first chance.
Faceoff will be to the right of the netminder for Peters Township. Kaler. Indiana wins it cleanly. Petro dancing on the blue line now. Fanning on a wrist shot at the top towards the circle and loses it. Now here comes the Indians with it. The penalty kill working there. On the opening penalty kill for the Peters Township Indians and the opening power play for Indiana. Indiana's penalty kill worked well in the first chance. Now it's their power play turn to answer. Do what their penalty kill did and give them some help.
Yeah, Jason Brown sits in the box 2 minutes for holding. Still scoreless with the Isoplex.
1:23 to go on the power play. 8:45 to go here in the first period. Here from South Point as the Little Indians are taking on the Indians. The Little Indians of Indiana on the power play right now. They move right to left, lose possession as they enter the zone. Behind the net they work though. Trying to dig it out. Good battle down low. Number 25 for Peters Township really holding on strong right there. That is Anthony Olivia.
Indiana's not been able to get a whole lot of pucks to the net so far in this game. They would really like to test Wes Kaler a little bit more in his 83 save percentage.
Down around and behind the net and looking for a feed there. Blocked away though by Peters Township. Indiana though will cycle down low. O'Neill, number 17, battling with Olivia again. Now back out, it's Levis. Levis will go right back to O'Neill below the net. Battling with number 72. That is Crean of Peters Township. Now loose in front, blocked away again, and just really swatted away to the corner. Kept in, though, by Indiana. O'Neill now working top circle left, and can't keep it in, and they'll have to reset on the power play. 16 seconds to go on the power play.
Anthony Oliva is a big player on this defense for Peters Township. Moves a lot of players around, gets them out of the way, and he is tough to move himself. He's a big body.
Cleared down, and Indiana will have one last rush. Nope, power play over. So both teams not looking too sharp on their opening power plays here in the first period. Still scoreless, 7:15 to go here in the first period from South Point. Division Class B matchup. In the standings, Indiana towards the top, Peters Township towards the middle. So a swing game here for both teams early on in the season. Down low as they enter the Peters Township offensive zone. Fighting down low, a couple players. Now some help from the Indiana side. Got to get the puck moving or else the ref will blow it. They get out to the point. Shot, nope, blocked away by Indiana. Here comes a rush. It'll be a 1-on-2, and that is number 16 with speed. And he'll go off to the right side looking for something. That is Ethan Boyer. Ethan Boyer had no help, loses it, and it's cleared.
Pretty solid on defense, both teams so far. Not a lot of clean looks for either team or odd man rushes. Both teams playing pretty smart and solid up to this point.
Ooh, stolen away. A lot of turnovers here early in this game. Now 2-on-2 developing here for Indiana. Rushes in right to left and a save and a big shot. First test Wesley Kaler has faced all game, and he makes work of it and freezes it.
A pretty good shot from the right wing. Dylan Butz-Retzer with the shot. Kind of crossed Kaler up a little bit. He's able to hang on and get a face off to his left.
Butz-Retzer wins the face-off to the right of Kaler, but it is cycled down and taken away by Peters Township. Peters Township on the breakout. Change it with some help there. Number 59 brings it out for them. Conrad Deemer. Deemer will dump it in. And they will reset. No, Indiana will take it away. Ooh, big hit, big collision, and now a 2-on-2 developing. Trying to swagger his way past the defender. Works a little bit. Now he has possession down below the net. It's number 22 for Indiana. That is Nicholas Fulton. Kept in, though, by Indiana as he lost possession. Went up to the point and was kept in by the defense, but then they shot it down, taken away by Peters Township. They'll break it out left to right. Couple hits here and there. Bodies getting thrown around.
Pretty impressed with the Peters Township defense so far. Defensemen are staying back, maintaining position, not going for fakes, moves, staying home. protecting the goal.
Shot on. It was going to be a slapper, but it's blocked by number 72 of Peters Township, Mitch Crean. Called his name a couple times, making some good, solid defensive plays. Now out to the neutral zone. Indiana got to be smart with it as a rush here, and he does. That's number 9 for the Mitchell Lewis. Lewis will feed it over to number 17, O'Neal. O'Neal, a shot and right at Kaler's chest, freezes it, and a whistle with 4:43 to play here in the first period, and we're scoreless.
And a good decision by Patrick O'Neal. I mean, Indiana just wants to get some pucks to the net now. They haven't had a whole lot of shots on goal in this first period. They got to build some momentum and test the young goaltender.
Face-off one, Indiana. They'll dump it down to the right side. Behind the net, throws it in front. O'Neal's going to hold on to it, look for an option, plays it on the cycle. Looking for his man, loose around. It's going to be number 25 taking it for Peters Township, Anthony Olivia, and he'll break it out, but it's going to be back into the Indiana possession. And number 3, Gage Charlatan, just threw it wildly, but Indiana gets it right back. O'Neal, nice move to stop and start. Now Charlatan, a shot off to the left. And I don't think Kaler actually saw it. He doesn't know where it is now, but now he can find it as it's cleared out to the neutral zone.
That shot just missing wide of the cage. Patrick O'Neal with a chance before that. Second on the team with 5 goals. There's 7 points, 1.4 points per game.
Peters Township on the rush right now, led by number 63, Jack Underwood. Underwood loses it, though, as he enters the zone. Bumped off from the body. Bumped off from the puck. Used by the body by Indiana's. But here come Indiana on the rush. Nothing doing. Up into the net. And a whistle, and we'll have a face-off. See where the referees will put it.
Pretty evenly matched game thus far. And no team really asserting themselves in either way. Peters Township had some good chances on their first power play opportunity.
3:34 to go. First period scoreless. Indiana with the face-off to the left of Kaler. Wins it back, shot off, and I'm trying to deflect it in front, missing far to the left. Now the captain for Peters Township, Copeland, gets it, feeds it up to his man, number 73, loosened on a feed into the front, but swatted away by Indiana. Now a rush coming, a 2-on-1 developing for Indiana off the right side. Nice feed. The shot, oh, he fanned on it, and that was number 10, Matthew Swatsworth. Had a great feed from his Indiana player, and he just couldn't finish.
Yeah, Boyer and Swatsworth wide open on the 2-on-1. A good soft feed to Swatsworth, and might have just got a little bit too excited there. Couldn't settle it down and get the shot off.
Well, Boyer trying to attack and do it all himself, and it's trying to split 2 defenders by just one of him, and it goes right to Kaler, and Kaler just freezes it.
Yeah, Mitch Crean. Or no, that might have been...
I think it was number 14, Petro, it looks like.
Yeah, Petro was coming in, and it was Hamilton who dropped him. Face it off to the left, Kaler.
Face off one, Peters Township, and they'll bring it up. Left to right they go with 2:50 remaining here in the first period. We are still scoreless here from South Point. A Class B matchup. Indiana will bring it in, and they will lose possession of it. Taken away by Brown, but we got a whistle.
Well, they're going to call.
Peters Township's going to the box.
They're going to call that hook. I wasn't sure if they were going to call it or not. Sure enough. Second power play opportunity for Indiana in the game.
This one coming at 2:40 to go here in the first period. Both teams 0 for 1 on the power play. This is the second opportunity for Indiana. As Boyer taking the face off, loses it, and it's cleared by number 14, Josh Heisenberger for Peters Township. Indiana will bring it up right to left.
Conrad Deemer sitting for 2 minutes. And a hooking call, hooking the forward, crossing the blue line.
Brought in by Indiana, now back out. D to D they go, top right circles, just moving in. No pressure yet. Now he gets pressure. Now it's taken away by Peters Township. And cleared, courtesy of number 14, Heisenberger there. But also give some credit to 91, John Platt.
Lewandowski been pretty quiet in the game so far. They have him center point of that umbrella formation on the power play.
Captain bringing it in for Indiana, number 13. Lewandowski behind the net, working on his own. Now loses it, taken away, but back out to the point on a lucky bounce. Indiana now. 5-on-4. We're drilling here, top circle. Nice, some moves, nice cuts in. Still looking for somebody. He's got O'Neal, but he's going to keep it himself. It's number 16 for Indiana, Boyer. Now back to Boyer. Boyer behind the net looking for an option. Goes all the way around. Now back out to the point. And they'll reset. Top circle. Blast. And blocked in front. Now a shot off the rebound. No good as it went off to the left. But it's O'Neal. Indiana possession. Now walk circle. Feeds in front. And goal. They scored. And I didn't see that go in right away. But it's a nice shot. And the score there for Indiana. Power play goal with 1:12 to go here in the first period.
I think that's going to be Luke Lewandowski's goal, who we just mentioned. Lewandowski, who let it go, couldn't see the puck cross the line. There was some traffic in front. But I think that's going to be Lewandowski's team-leading 7th goal of the year.
Well, he just felt that was coming with some nice passing, setting it up, working that slot to go, and a lot of traffic in front of Kaler. And I thought it deflected in front. Indiana's reaction, they didn't even think, some of them actually didn't even think it went in, and Lewandowski looks to be surprised, but hey, he got the goal, and there his team's up 1-0, and one of the top scorers for Indiana and in this division on the board again. Lewandowski, I think that is goal number 7 for him on the season. Lewandowski gets the goal, and here comes Indiana again on the rush. 3-on-2 developing. It'll be number 10 with a shot, deflected up into the netting. Swatsworth's shot deflected by the Peters Township defender with 35.6 to go here in the first period.
It is Lewandowski's goal. And credit the assist to Jacob Clark and Patrick O'Neal. And 1:12 remaining in the first period. Lewandowski's 7th of the year.
Just over 30 seconds to play here in the first period. Indiana Little Indians lead over the Peters Township Indians 1-0 as we are in the Indiana offensive zone. Peters Township's number 4 will bring it out, Samuel Madler. And Madler will clear to number 15 of his teammate Copeland. That is the captain for this Peters Township squad. Time for one last rush. 13 seconds to go. Here comes Indiana bringing it up. 3-on-3 developing. O'Neal, nice feed in front, and loose and still loose. It's loose, and now Kaler gets it. He had it in the glove. It bounced around, and he's trying to stretch out to get that blocker down on it, and he finally did and covered it with 2.8 to go.
A great attempt on that rush, and the last-second flip in front of the goal to O'Neal. But credit Kaler with a good job to just fight that puck and keep it across the line. Man, that was a great chance for Indiana to get a 2-0 lead in closing seconds of the first.
Face-off play, you can bet, is set up on this for Indiana, but it's won by Peters Township, and that'll be the first period. Lewandowski's tally at the
1:12 mark.
1:12 mark, and a power play tally for Indiana has them over the Peters Township Indians 1-0 here on MSA PIHL Hockey Night. We'll be back with second period action. You are listening and watching PIHL High School Hockey, sponsored by Trib Total Media, right here on the MSA Sports Network.
If you miss the McRib, like the Mojave Desert misses a tropical storm, like a college student misses mom doing laundry, like a hockey player misses his front teeth, like a boy band member misses his dignity, and like a guy with a mullet misses the 80s.
Later, dude.
Then we've got good news for you. The McRib sandwich is back at McDonald's with its epic sauciness and topped with pickles and slivered onions. For a limited time, prices and participation may vary.
You wake up for work. Why? You don't have a choice. You do the boss's bidding because you don't have a choice. But between the two events, my friend, you do have a choice. Now at McDonald's, choose a sausage McMuffin with egg sandwich plus any size McCafe coffee for just $3. Or choose 2 sausage McMuffin with egg sandwiches for the same $3. Now that's freedom of choice. There's something for everyone to love at McDonald's. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer.
East Suburban Sports Medicine, the proven leader in physical therapy. We'll help you get back into the game. Feel better, play better, live better. When your doctor suggests physical therapy, be a healthy consumer and ask for us by name. Experts in caring for high school athletes.
Welcome back to MSA's coverage of PIHL hockey here on the MSA Sports Network. For Jero Von Dane, I'm Scott Majeski. It's great to have you with us here for second period action about to get underway. Indiana Little Indians lead Peters Township Indians 1-0 on the power play tally by their leading scorer, Lewandowski. And they lead 1-0, does Indiana over Peters Township. And we start here. Peters Township will go right to left, and Indiana will go left to right.
Lewandowski started the night as the number 4 scorer in Class B. The top 3 scores all for Harbor Creek. Off a great start, Harbor Creek.
Shot on there by Peters Township. They're coming out with a little jolt of energy right here, and it might just be this side of the rink. A little down ice skating on this side of the rink here at South Point. Isoplex, where the Pittsburgh Penguins will practice every once in a while.
And this game really opened up in the last few minutes of the first period. A little more open ice, some more scoring chances, especially for Indiana on that second power play. They were able to convert. Peters Township had 1 power play chance in the first, and they came pretty close. They had some good looks. Indiana getting 2 chances on the PP and converting, and then almost taking a 2-0 lead with just over 2 seconds left in the first.
Lewandowski with a nice feed and a nice shot. O'Neal in the slot, but a big save by Kaler. And here comes Peters Township on a 2-on-2. If they hurry, it's Platt. Platt leading them off the left side. Platt feeds it in front, knocked away by Petra, the defense for Indiana. Whistle, and net dislodged. I haven't seen... Oh, no, we got a penalty interference. I saw one of the referees go at it. And, yeah, they're going to call Lewandowski for Indiana. So Peters Township will go on their second power play.
Peters Township, we just talked about their first power play chance. Let's see what they can get done here on their second opportunity. First of this period, trailing 1-0.
The interference came away from the play in the neutral zone. Quick stoppage there. Puck goes up into the net, and they'll have to reset whoever touched it last. If it was last touched by Peters Township, it'll be outside of the zone. If it was touched by Indiana last, and it looks like it was touched by Indiana last, it'll stay in the offensive zone. Face-off 1 for Indiana, but it goes right back to Peters Township. Maddle with it. Maddle will drop it off to Majestic, and back to Maddle. Maddle with a wrist shot, trying to get deflected front. Still loose, battered around, and it's still loose under the feet of Peters Township. The goalie's all over the place, crawling around, and now he gets up, and now Indiana will clear it. Mulaney all over the place.
Man, Matt Copeland had 2 great chances, just dropped his head back after the second one when he missed on the shot. First one, a great deflection, might have just slowed it down just enough for the netminder McElhinney to make the save.
Now here comes Peters Township on the power play rush. No, taken away by Lewis of Indiana on the dump-in. It just went right to his glove, and he fielded it like a shortstop and took it away. Now here comes the rush, though. 3-on-1, 4-on-1 developing. And he's going to feed it in front. Oh, on a saucer pass try. No luck there. McClowski trying to find somebody, but he's going to regain it here on the top of the circle. Lines up for a slap shot, blocked in front, around the feet now. And Peters Township loses possession, and it goes down. It was a 4-on-1, and they couldn't get anything.
It sure was, and Petra went down, just made the diving play to prevent the pass, and what he did is he forced the pass to be flipped up high, and no second shot came.
A little 2-on-1, but a shot right at the goaltender Mulaney. He handles it perfectly. Platt now. Platt now has it back after a give and go. Platt down behind the net, feet in front. Oh, just missing his guy right behind him, and here comes Indiana's O'Neal, brings it across. 2-on-2 developing. 20 seconds to go on this power play. Platt gets it on the turnover in the neutral zone. Platt chased around behind by O'Neal. And a shot by Peters Township. Oh, it goes in. It tricked on Mulaney. He thought it was going right. Took a weird bounce. This ice hasn't been cut since the beginning of the game. They've warmed up. They've had the first period and this second period, what we've played. And I think it took a crazy bounce.
It sure did. And, boy, McElhinney's going to have to shake that one off. Boy, and just what Peters Township needed, though. They're playing hard in this game. Scoring chances, though, we're picking up, especially on that recent power play. But here, you know, they've all this hard work, nothing goes in, and they get a little gift. See who gets credit for it.
Yeah, we'll get you the goal when we know. Right now we are deadlocked at 1 here in the second period. 13:35 to go. Now both teams are 1 for 2 on the power play. Brought across. Here comes Indiana now. Developing something off the right side of Kaler in his net. And they'll fight for it on the near side, far side boards. Here's a shot deflected around from the point. It'll go to the far near side corner from our vantage point up here at South Point on the Isoplex. Loose around now here in the neutral zone. Peters Township will bring it across. Shot off and off to the right, and Mulhaney actually not played that too well either, but luckily it skipped off to the side. Oh, we got bodies flying all over the place in the corner. Here comes a whistle, and something's going to come from this for sure. We'll see the call.
And Trent Burns got a late shot in, and Indiana player is not too pleased with that.
Might have matching coincidentals here.
I couldn't hear who got credit for the goal, and I did hear that Platt got the assist. 13:47 of the second to tie it up for Peters Township.
I think it was Jack Lang actually with the goal. I know I heard a Jack, and I know it wasn't Jack Underwood or Jack Majestic.
We'll go with Jack Lang then.
And if it's not, we'll credit him a goal. Make his night.
He'll take it. And it'll be his second of the year. And for John Platt, that is his second assist. 13:47. We got a new hockey game here in the second.
One each in the box. Still 5-on-5. Second period, 12:52 to go here. Peters Township will have the face-off to the left of the netminder for Indiana McClaney, and Indiana will win the face-off, and they'll bring it up neutral zone. Lewandowski, the lone goal scorer for Indiana, feeds it in front, and Kaler getting on that, maybe got a piece of that as he went sliding across his crease, and Indiana will recover it down behind the net. Fighting for it at the top of the circle. Who's going to get it? It's going to be Peters Township. Will wrap it around the boards and look for the breakout.
Coincidental Miners keep it 5-on-5. Burns for Peters Township in the box. Joel Santoro for Indiana.
Clear down here. Peters Township offensive zone. They'll try to work. Looking for something, looking for some help now. Round the circle, bouncing around, no luck. Hams out with possession of it. Petra there to block it away, though. O'Neal now on the breakout. O'Neal feeds it up. Ooh, just skipping away from Clark, number 21 for Indiana, or else he would have had himself a fine breakaway with speed. Now 14 for Peters Township, one-on-one. Working here. Oh, it's 14-on-14, and Petro, 14 for Indiana, wins that battle on Heisenberger for Peters Township.
So-called Petro. He looked like he gave his man a step, then he just reached out and stole it away from him.
Whistle here on the entering of the offensive zone for Indiana, offsides.
Petro, good player for this Indiana team. He is solid on the ice.
11:32 and ticking here in the second period. We are tied at 1. Peters Township now, or excuse me, Indiana now on the rush into the Peters Township defensive zone, Indiana offensive zone. They'll keep it, though, at the top of the point. Shot on, blocked away by Peters Township. Now still loose in the slot. And who's going to get it to bring it out? It's going to be Platt for Peters Township. Tried to feed it up, right off the stick of Heisenberger, and it's going to be frozen at the other end by Zane McClaney of Indiana.
Well, again, this team's coming in averaging in Indiana just over 4 goals per game. Peters Township about 3.5. A little bit below that pace right now. A good solid first period. It started to open up a little bit in the final minutes of the first. Indiana getting that 1-0 lead. Peters Township evening it up. 13:47 to go here in the second.
Pass off one, Indiana. They'll fight down low to cycle it up and try to get this breakout going. They'll wrap it around the boards and try to play it out, but they'll be kept in by Peters Township. Now here at the top point, they'll work down low. 60, bumped off was McClowski, Brendan McClowski for Peters Township. And here comes Indiana with a full head of speed. Down into the zone, tries to cut in front. Bumping off on Kaler. Net dislodged a bit They'll blow the whistle there, and Kaler holding ground strong there is 16, Ethan Boyer, who loves to fly and cause havoc I've seen all night. Likes to take the body, and he tried to take Kaler's body there.
Yeah, great move by Boyer. He came in, looked like he was going to just take it behind the net, and then just cut back in front of the cage, tried to pull the trigger, but lost a handle on the puck before he could get the shot off.
Whistle will come out into the neutral zone.
10:32 to go here in the second. We'll have clean the ice between periods.
Sure, the teams will appreciate that, and especially the goaltenders. Bouncing puck all over the place here. Indiana will have it now as they'll bring it up into the neutral zone, taken away Peters Township. Indiana gets right possession right back. Here they go, led by number 5 for Indiana. Shot, Kaler save, rebound loose, and now taken away by Peters Township. Nathan Ferris was the one rushing there for Indiana.
Yeah, they had a 3-on-2. Good decision by Ferris. Let the puck go. The rebound was bouncing around in the slot area, but nobody could find it to get a second chance. Good save. Peters Township netminder, Wesley Kaler.
Petro now trying to get it out for Indiana. He does, but it's right into the hands of a waiting Indian of the Peters Township. Penalty coming up here. Looks like Petro is going to go to the box, and I think this is his second penalty of the game. Drawing the penalty was Madler, number 4 for Peters Township.
Sam Madler will sit. And more wait.
9:35 to go, second period. Third power play of the game for Peters Township. They're 1 for 2 on the night.
Yeah, it is Petro who sits.
I believe that's his second of the game, but I'm not 100% sure. Nope. Oh, okay. Well, Peters Township will have it now. Top of the circle, and they'll work across. Then on a one-timer shot by Platt off the left side circle. Had a bad angle, but he got the shot on and knocked away by McClaney. Comes number 13 now, bringing it up, Josh Brown for Peters Township.
And Petro is out there to kill penalties, not be in the penalty box. See what PT can do with this chance here in a 1-1 game. And we'll get a face-off in the Indiana zone to the left. And the netminder McElhaney. Minute 14 left in the power play, 8:44 to go, period number 2, 1-1 game. We're at the Chili Isoplex.
Klosky on the faceoff, tried to go right to the net there. Didn't happen anything, and here he gets number 22. Klosky again will dump it in. Now loose in front, and Indiana doesn't have possession. Peters Township, now Indiana has possession. Puck likes to bounce around these players' legs today. Ethan Boyer will clear it all the way down the ice, and rushing after it is O'Neill. O'Neill will play it over, but McCloskey there to bring it up for Peters Township with a full head of steam off the right side neutral zone. Coming in, will dump it in. Bodied away by one of the Indians, one of the little Indians of Indiana. Kept in, now hit out by Clark of Indiana. But right there is McCloskey. Ooh, runs into right one of his players. Could have had like a 4-on-1. Oh, now they still got a chance here. 3-on-2. Now rushing back Indiana to help out. Here's a chance now. Lewandowski bringing it down the left side. Shot. Oh, just missing off to the left side. And a little bit high, too. Now,
Lewandowski doing it all right now. The crushing hit back on defense, then the steal, and then the scoring chance. He just wasn't able to finish.
The reason why he's the captain of this Indiana team. Here comes Peters Township now into their offensive zone. Power play over. 7:30 to go here, second period. 1-1 game here from South Point as we get a whistle. And too many men on the ice is what I heard the referee speaking. He was pointing towards the Peters Township bench. If so that's the case, it'll be Matthew Michalowski to take the penalty or serve it. Or maybe not.
Nope, it's going to be Majestic. They're going to Let him serve this penalty. Jake Majestic.
One game here, PIHLhockey.com and MSA Sportsnet. You can try to get all of your PIHL hockey news and MSA Sports news as well on both those websites. We will have plenty of PIHL hockey coverage here on the MSA Sports Network, including about 20 video stream games, including this one tonight, being video streamed for you from South Point, Peters Township, and Indiana. Indiana will go on the power play. They are 1 for 2, third opportunity. Their lone goal coming on the power play.
Yeah, their second power play chance looked very strong when they converted on.
Boyer now feeds it loose in front and just deflecting off to the right side. A good shot try there by Lewis. And now Peters Township will have it. Peters Township just looking to clear it, and they finally do. And now a one-on-one race here to the other end. Lewis will fake the slap shot to try to defer the Peters Township defender, and he does. And now here comes Indiana up on the rush.
Indiana trying to get pucks to the net, looking for deflections in front. If not, they'll accept the rebound.
Full head of steam below the net. He just goes all the way around now. Back out to Petro. Petro back down, now all the way across Lewis. Lewis, slapper. Nice right pad save and kicked it away. Did Kaler. And tried to keep it in, doesn't help. Indiana almost a try here. Oh, here's a chance. Here's Platt. Or not Platt, 61 for Trent Burns for Peters Township. Burns penalty killing magic right now as he's skating the puck all around his offensive zone of Peters Township. But now Indiana regains possession with a full head of steam. Here comes Petro. Petro shot, and Kaler freezes it right in that spot. He got it in the glove. Looked like it was about to squeak through the glove and the pad.
Burns with the short-handed chance, a good steal, but he kind of stole it too cleanly, and he passed it away from himself. Had to chase it down in the corner, unable to get a shot.
5:55 to go, second period. 27 seconds and now ticking on the power play. Petro now top circle across to Lewis. Lewis a shot on and nowhere close as it goes off to the corner. Now back out to Petro. Petro will just hold, looking for some options. Petro drops it off. Lewandowski with already power play marker. A shot. No, it goes in. Squeaks right through. Lewandowski a slapper from the top of the circle. He's got 2 tonight, both on the power play, and 2-1. Indiana.
Well, Lewandowski again showing that shot ability. This kid could score from anywhere, and he does it all, as we've seen the last few minutes of this game. Boy, oh boy, when you have him on that side on the power play, he could pull the trigger, and he just blasted that one right by the netminder for Peters Township. Wesley Kaler.
Chance for Peters Township off the face-off, and a Platt with a nice feed, but he couldn't finish on a slapper, just goes high. Now Indiana across the other way, they lose it in the neutral zone. Peters Township looking to answer real quick here. It is bringing up by Peters Township, and they'll have it here, top circle, shot, and just off to the side. McClaney read it the entire way, but did not need to play it. Peters Township now, 14 working. Heidenberger, and he loses it. And now Indiana will control it in the neutral zone. Slow it down does Petro. Petro taking his time, drops it off. And Petro now gets it back on the feed. Give and go, feeds it in the slot, blocked away to the corner. Platt will clear on the breakout. Here comes Peters Township. Heisenberger across. We'll just feed it down low. Now back out. Peters Township has it. Looking. Tripped up, no call. Still looking for it. Peters Township. Now it's going to be number 22, Fulton. Fulton with a full head of steam for Indiana. Tried to feed it, no, blocked away by Peters Township. And now here they come the other way with a 2-on-2 developing. Lazy shot on just to see what they can do with a rebound. Test the goaltender. Loose, and whistle blows, even though the puck's over in the corner and not under the goaltender, Eleni.
Yeah, must have just lost sight of the puck. There was no other reason to blow the whistle. Diving for that puck was McElhinney, and he just shot it into the corner. Referee blowing the whistle with 4:10 to go in the second here. Lewandowski has his 8th goal of the year from Thomas Petro. The second of the game for Lewandowski.
Face-off goes right to McElhaney, and he'll freeze it. It was actually won by Indiana, but deflected back to McElhaney. He does the smart thing and freezes it.
Petro's team leading 7th assist.
Now here we go, Indiana. Trying to get it out of their defensive zone. Boyer will feed it to Lewis. Lewis in the neutral zone loses possession of it. Peters Township and company will fight for it, and it'll be Lewis gaining possession. Lewis skating backwards, trying to lay the defender of Peters Township. Doesn't work. Now here's Burns, 61 with it, brings into the offense zone. Works top circles, blocked away there by Lewis. And now clear to the neutral zone. 2-on-2 developing for Indiana as they bring it off. 16 will hold himself there and look for somebody. No, that was Boyer looking for any help. Couldn't find it. Now loose and round in the circles. Peters Township will try to get it out. They are trying to with number 22, Michalowski, and he does. And it's all the way back down to Madler of the Little Indians. Now in the neutral zone, Peters Township on the turnover. A lot of neutral zone turnovers we've seen in this game through the first 2 periods.
And both defenses stepping up to try and force those turnovers. We've seen a lot more odd man rushes here in this second period.
Lewandowski, full head of steam, bringing it in down the left side. Feeds it on a saucer, and Kaler plays it away smart. Now a shot in, deflected away, and it'll be out of the zone, and now neutral zone. Here comes Peters Township, and they lose it. Fighting for it a couple times is Clark and number 83, Jake Majestic for Peters Township. Clark, though, wins the battle for the Little Indians, and Lewandowski again brings it up. Number 13, the captain for Indiana, a backhander, and Kaler fights it off. And now another one. Nice save there by Kaler. Back-to-back good saves. And cleared away.
Yeah, Kaler, good job moving side to side to get both of those saves. You can't rest on this Indiana team. They are firing everything at the net right now.
Indiana trying to feed it. Kaler trying to knock it away. He does. Still loose. Kaler has to sprawl all over the place. He needs some help from his defense. Now they go back down low. Ringing it up. Not doing that, as they'll clear it, though. And now it will be a foot race, and it'll be won by Indiana, but kept in, though, on a misfeed. And Platt will get all the way around the other end, behind the net. It's going to go right back in Indiana's possession, courtesy of Petro. Number 14, the defenseman, trying to go coast to coast, brings it across, shot, and Kaler will glove it. Ends freeze play.
Petro again going coast to coast, end to end, and he got a nifty shot off, but a good save by Kaler. Petro, dangerous player at both ends of the ice. And, man, Peters Township, what they did so well in the first period defensively, allowing a lot of clean looks at the net here in the second. Minute 34 to go in this period.
Up to the netting on that one to start this face-off, so they'll have to reset. They lose the puck, got to get a fresh brand new one. Minute 30 to go here, second period. We will have an ice cut between the second and third intermission. 2-1 the score. Indiana Little Indians lead over Peters Township Indians. Giro Von Dane, I'm Scott Majeski. We thank you for joining us here for MSA's coverage of PIHL hockey.
Indiana University used to be the Big Indians, hence the Little Indians. They are now the Red Hawks.
Yep.
Couple of collisions in neutral ice, and the second one is, no, thought they were going to call something.
Petro will just shoot it in from the face-off mark at the neutral zone, right near the red line. It's right where the circle ended, and it was knocked away by Kaler. Now loose in front. Chance here. Still bouncing around. Still loose in the slot. Now a shot. Petro's shot gets blocked, though. And Peters Township trying to get it out. Petro, though, will keep it on the right side board. Shot around. Kaler fights it off. And Petro gets it right back. Geez, he's all over the ice as Lewis feeds it down low. Now they'll fight for it along the far side boards. And not kept in there by Indiana. Peters Township will have it. 25 seconds to go here, second period. Bring it up with some speed now. Oh, we're losing possession of it, though, but gets it back Crean. Crean's looking to wind up for a shot and just bounced over his stick. Now cleared all the way to the other end. And we get the hybrid icing call with 11.9 to go here in the second period.
Well, this in the second period here, the score is 1-1. overall 2-1 in favor of Indiana, but this has been all Indiana in this second period. They've really seemed to take over this game, and they have gotten the bulk of the scoring chances and have Peters Township on their heels.
Hamilton will take the face-off for Peters Township, looking for maybe some momentum to go into the intermission. They get possession of the face-off, and they'll look for something. Fee, nice save, McElhaney just fights it off. Now loose around, and it's a scramble in front. Horn blows.
No signal for
no
a goal,
signals.
But Burns almost getting a goal in here late. That would have been huge for Peters Township here in the final seconds of the second period.
A scramble in front, and McElhaney was all over the crease, diving. He must have kept that out. And 2-1 will go into the second intermission here. Peters Township and Indiana. Indiana Little Indians leading over the Peters Township Indians 2-1. Here on the MSA's coverage of PIHL hockey. We'll be back with the third period. We'll actually have a second intermission show for you, and then we'll have the third period as the ice gets cut here at South Point. You are listening and watching PIHL High School Hockey, sponsored by Trib Total Media, right here on the MSA Sports Network.
Monticello's Italian restaurant has been serving the Pittsburgh community for over 34 years. With over 5 northern locations, there is one near you. Monticello's has been named the best pizza, best hoagies, and best Italian restaurant by the Tribune Review for 3 years in a row. Stop in at Monticello's restaurant before or after your high school football game and mention that you heard us on the MSA Sports Network and receive a large traditional cheese pizza and 4 soft drinks for $12.99. For the complete menu and additional information, go to Monticello's.com. Monticello's, a Pittsburgh favorite.
The team at S-Mark takes great pride in the company they've built and their growing presence in Pittsburgh. Strong values, steadfast dedication, and unwavering commitment extends well beyond the walls of S-Mark facilities into virtually every facet of our local communities. From ongoing support for critical health and human services for families and children to youth sports and recreation programs. It's the many faces of S-Mark that touch lives, instill hope, and provide opportunities to enhance and enrich the world around us. S-Mark is proud to extend its support of local communities through its sports sponsorship with the MSA Sports Network. When looking to replace your athletic field, choose ProGrass, first in turf. ProGrass has installed over 500 fields in the U.S. Getting the best artificial turf for your field depends on both the product and the partner you choose. That's why architects, athletic directors, and players choose the ProGrass Performance System. ProGrass maintains an active presence in the synthetic turf industry as members of the Sports Turf Management Association and the American Sports Builder Association, and is proud to be recognized as the FIFA preferred manufacturer. Call ProGrass today, 866-270-6003, or visit them on the web at www.progressturf.com. ProGrass, first in turf.
The history books are filled with the names of great athletes and great teams from Western Pennsylvania. They share stories of great victories and stunning defeats, but they all have one thing in common. They know the championship season is the time to be first. First Commonwealth Bank, proud sponsor of the WPIHL and the best high school athletes in Western Pennsylvania. First Commonwealth, time to be first.
Life is about having the confidence to know you can do anything right. I get that at Carlo.
I graduated with top awards, but beyond the classroom, Carlo helped me learn a lot about myself.
Carlo brings out the best in you.
I know I'm going to be a fantastic nurse.
I know whatever I come across, I'll be prepared.
I can't think of a better place to start the rest of my life, because at Carlo, I know I matter.
I matter.
I matter.
Enroll at Carlo University. Visit carlo.edu.
Energy assistance is available for people's customers this winter. LIHEAP, the Low-Income Home Energy Assistance Program, provides grants to help pay winter heating bills. These grants are not loans and do not need to be paid back. Funding is limited this winter, so it is important to apply for LIHEAP now. Learn more about how a LIHEAP grant can help you or someone you know. Find out if you're eligible for LIHEAP by calling 1-866-827-1281 or visit peoples-gas.com/LIHEAP.
Make sure to follow the MSA Sports Network on social media this season for breaking news, scores, links to our articles, and much more. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/MSA Sports and get in on the conversation with thousands of local sports fans. Follow us on Twitter at MSA Sports, and check out our YouTube channel, MSA Sports WPIHL, for hundreds of video interviews with local student athletes, game highlights, and more. Whether it's Twitter, Facebook, or our websites, MSA Sports is the place to go for high school sports in Western Pennsylvania.
Hi, this is Hines Ward. If you're a high school sports fan, the place to go all year round is the MSA Sports Network. Log on every day to www.msasports.net for the schedules, the scores, the standings, the rankings, and of course, all of the broadcasts includes exclusive Whitfield playoffs and championship action. Anytime, anywhere, always there, the MSA Sports Network.
The team at S-Mark takes great pride in the company they've built and their growing presence in Pittsburgh. Strong values, steadfast dedication, and unwavering commitment extends well beyond the walls of S-Mark facilities into virtually every facet of our local communities. From ongoing support for critical health and human services for families and children to youth sports and recreation programs. It's the many faces of S-Mark that touch lives, instill hope, and provide opportunities to enhance and enrich the world around us. S-Mark is proud to extend its support of local communities through its sports sponsorship with the MSA Sports Network. The new home for the PIHL in 2014-2015 is the MSA Sports Network. Not only can you listen to audio broadcasts of high school hockey games online like in years past, but this year MSA Sports will be video streaming 25 games live and archived during the regular season with exclusive coverage of the 2015 Penguin Cup playoffs. Your audio and video home of the PIHL is the MSA Sports Network.
Welcome back to South Point for Garrow Von Dane. I'm Scott Majeski. We have a fun one here between Peters Township and Indiana. Battle of the Indians. The Little Indians of Indiana are leading 2-1 over Peters Township, courtesy of their captain and one of the top scorers in Class B, Luke Lewandowski.
Luke Lewandowski came into the game the fourth leading scorer in Class B with 11 points and 6 goals, 5 assists. He is not disappointed tonight. A couple of goals, both Indiana goals, 7th and 8th of the year. The first one coming at 1:12 of period number 1 on the power play. And then he scored again to give the Indians a 2-1 lead with just over 5 minutes to go in the second period after Jack Lang had tied it with 13:47 to go in the second period. So special teams have been strong for the Indians, 2 for 3 on the power play here tonight, and they really seem to take over this game in the second period, despite looking overall, I mean, shots on goal are 16-15 in favor of Peters Township. They had the edge in the first period, but Indiana, those forwards really pushing the issue in the second period. I say the forwards, but they have a lot of help from the defenseman, Thomas Petra.
Yeah,
he really can move the puck up ice.
Yeah, him and Mitchell Lewis look like they're a really comfortable D pair there for Indiana, especially not only on the power play, but on even strength and even penalty kill as well. Those two are their go-to guys for Coach Dominique Glavic. Is that what the name Glavich, that's what we've come to agree on.
Indiana came in, with a record of 4-1-1. Yeah, you go across their schedule. Their only loss was to Blackhawk at a tight 3-2 game. And Peters Township defeated Blackhawk in a close game, so it was hard to get a feel for who had the edge in this game. And, still almost a hard field. Peters Township played a solid defensive game in that first period, got the better scoring chances, but Indiana getting a lot of odd man rushes in that second, and were able to break through that Peters Township defense a little bit, get pucks to the net. Credit the goaltending for Peters Township. I mean, Wesley Kaler's made some big saves and kept his team in this hockey game.
We will take a break here on the MSA Sports Network. We'll have the third period for you when we come back. Once again, remind you that you are watching this game, and you can watch this game on live stream, and it will be on the MSA Sports YouTube page whenever you want to watch it. But once again, this broadcast is being brought to you by Trib Total Media right here on the MSA Sports Network.
UPMC Sports Medicine is the region's largest and most experienced center dedicated to caring for athletes of all levels. And as we celebrate more than 25 years of world-class care, We're proud to offer more services, have more physicians, and treat more student athletes than any other sports medicine provider in the region. Why would you choose to go anywhere else? To learn more, call 1-855-93-SPORT or visit upmcsportsmedicine.com.
While the WPIHL postseason field gets cut in half tonight from 64 to 32 teams, we look ahead to next Friday in round 2 when the Highway to Hines continues on MSA. Join us for exclusive coverage of all 16 high school games on quarterfinals Friday in the WPIHL football playoffs, only here on the MSA Sports Network.
The history books are filled with the names of great athletes and great teams from Western Pennsylvania. They share stories of great victories and stunning defeats, but they all have one thing in common. They know the championship season is the time to be first. First Commonwealth Bank, proud sponsor of the WPIHL and the best high school athletes in Western Pennsylvania. First Commonwealth, time to be first.
Monticello's Italian restaurant has been serving the Pittsburgh community for over 34 years. With over 5 northern locations, there is one near you. Monticello's has been named the best pizza, best hoagies, and best Italian restaurant by the Tribune Review for 3 years in a row. Stop in at Monticello's restaurant before or after your high school football game and mention that you heard us on the MSA Sports Network and receive a large traditional cheese pizza and 4 soft drinks for $12.99. For the complete menu and additional information, go to Monticello's.com. Monticello's, a Pittsburgh favorite.
Hi, this is Don Rebel, inviting you to log on each Wednesday night at 7 o'clock for This Week in the WPIHL, only here on the MSA Sports Network. Join me along with other MSA Sports members each week as we talk to head coaches around District 7, plus run down all the high school football action and preview the top games for the upcoming weekend. That's This Week in the WPIHL, Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock, only here on the MSA Sports Network.
Life is about having the confidence to know you can do anything right. I get that at Carlo.
I graduated with top awards, but beyond the classroom, Carlo helped me learn a lot about myself.
Carlo brings out the best in you.
I know I'm going to be a fantastic nurse.
I know whatever I come across, I'll be prepared.
I can't think of a better place to start the rest of my life, because at Carlo, I know I matter.
I matter.
I matter.
Enroll at Carlo University. Visit carlo.edu.
The new home for the PIHL in 2014-2015 is the MSA Sports Network. Not only can you listen to audio broadcasts of high school hockey games online like in years past, but this year MSA Sports will be video streaming 25 games live and archived during the regular season with exclusive coverage of the 2015 Penguin Cup playoffs. Your audio and video home of the PIHL is the MSA Sports Network.
Third period action about to start here from South Point. For Garrow Von Dane, I'm Scott Majeski. Third period, 2-1 the score between Peters Township and Indiana Little Indians. The Little Indians lead over the Indians of Peters Township 2-1. Just a reminder, after this game, during our postgame show, we'll have the Management Science Associates 3 stars of the game. The captain for Indiana really making a case for his name to be announced as one of the top 2 stars, Luke Lewandowski with 2 goals. And also we'll have a center stage for you. And that should be up on the YouTube page post this game.
Yeah, pardon me, Scott. Lewandowski averaging more than a goal per game now. Pretty good numbers. We can see why. I mean, he can score from anywhere on the ice, but make no mistake, this Indiana team has a lot of skill across the board. And one thing Peters Township has to do in this third period is stay out of the penalty box. They're playing pretty good hockey in this game, but when they're in the penalty box, bad things happen as Indiana's gone 2 for 3 on the PP.
About to start third period, about 45 seconds to go as the players get their last chance for warm-ups. Indiana really came out and looked like they were skating downhill that entire second period. Will we expect to see more of that here in the third?
I think, certainly they're going to try and do that. Peters Township and head coach Richard Tingle, obviously they talked about that in the second period, have to get back to what they were doing in the first, staying home, maintaining positions, avoiding those odd man rushes, not letting those skilled forwards for the Little Indians get behind their defense like they were in the second period. And you never know in hockey, especially when we clean the ice between periods, there's a lot of momentum shifts. The teams catch their breath a little bit and reset things. This is still very much a hockey game. Indiana really took over in the second, but it's still just a one-goal game. And Peters Township came awful close to tying that game in the last second or two of the second period. So still anybody's game here.
Yeah, Burns for Peters Township scrambling around the net. As we get ready for third period, Peters Township will go left to right, and Indiana will go right to left on your computer screen. As Indiana will win the opening faceoff. Shot off, and Kaler gets tested real quick on O'Neill's opening shot. So Indiana, quick burst out of the box here and out of the gate to start. O'Neill having possession of it will wrap it around the boards, and it'll go all the way around looking for some help, but it's going to be into Peters Township area. Now taken away. Lewandowski looking for the HT. No luck there. Now loose in front. O'Neill. And blocked away there. Clark now with it for Indiana and cleared away Peters Township. What a start for Indiana.
Exactly what Peters Township did not want to happen. A clean shot right off the draw, and then a puck goes right to Lewandowski, 2-on-1. Great job by Kaler to stay home and just face up against Lewandowski and not fall for the fake.
Well, we'll have to remember that sequence if Peters Township comes back into this game, because that was huge there by Kaler, the young netminder for Peters Township.
Didn't panic. He knew that 2-on-1 was there, but he just faced up against Lewandowski, stopped the shot. He knows Luke wants to shoot the puck.
Indiana will have it in their defensive zone, but they'll lose it, and a almost helpful turnover there for Peters Township. Indiana gives it right back, but Peters Township now Indiana right back again. And now out to the neutral zone and floated away here. Who's going to get it? It's going to be Indiana going to bring it into the offensive zone. Lewis on a shot gets blocked, and Peters Township recovers. Copeland, their captain, has it, looking for some help on the breakout. He'll get it out to the neutral zone, and Burns is going to chase after it, but it's going to be Petro on the other end for Indiana to bring it. He'll tap it around behind the net to his fellow D partner, who gets it right back to Petro. Petro looking for some help, and he gets it right back on the neutral zone turnover. After a quick start, we got now back to what we've seen most of this game. A lot of neutral zone play, a lot of teams trying to set each other up.
Again, shots were pretty even through two periods. Peters Township having the edge in the first. IUP Indiana in a high school, not the university.
It's Peters Township with it, their Class B team, and a feed across. Here's maybe a chance. Oh, no, blocked and deflected around by possible defender. Might also fanned on that shot as well. Did number 22 or 25 for Peters Township. He'll go back right after it.
Just didn't get a lot on that shot. He sort of fanned it off the heel of the stick.
Now here comes Peters Township. 59 bringing up Deemer. Deemer shot on and sticked aside there by McElhaney. Oh, he's looking for it. Now he's got it. 2-on-1 developing here for Indiana if they hurry. It's across now, and trying to feed number 12, Joel Santoro, right at his feet, and he couldn't get much on it, and it just goes right to Kaler. Kaler does the smart thing and covers it.
Santoro kind of slowed down. I don't think he thought Petro was going to get that puck to him. Petro had to wheel it off the corner and put it right on the tape.
Face off to the right of Kaler for Indiana in their offensive zone. Won by Peters Township. They'll look to clear, but it'll be taken by Indiana, and no, they're not going to call it. Not hit the net, just trickled on the top of the glass.
Lone goal for Peters Township belongs to Jack Lang. Kind of a funny bounce goal.
O'Neill now working across, gets it out, and a shot is blocked by Peters Township.
Yeah, that one stung one of the Peters Township players who's climbing over the boards right now. That was
Underwood, number 63.
Yep, Jack Underwood.
Taken now on the offensive for Peters Township. No, turned away here by Indiana. Indiana gets it right back. Their defense will bring it up. With some speed as they'll enter the offensive zone. Oh, he'll lose it, does Lewis. And here comes Peters Township, tripped up in the neutral zone, no call. And Indiana right back. It's Petro. Petro dances around one, looks in front, feeded, knocked away by the feet of a Peters Township player, 73. That was Hamilton. And here's Peters Township on a fan pass, but gets it right back, and just under the stick blade. And icing.
They are explosive, Indiana. They just come. They can create those turnovers, and they can just force the puck behind the defense quickly. Petro that time again, looking for the late feed in front. That was one he probably should have just shot. He was running out of room.
One thing I've noticed about Petro tonight is he's not afraid to just take it on his own and go coast to coast, end to end, however you want to say it. He'll just try to create offense all by himself. And he's got a good defensive partner in Lewis to do that with. Lewis a blast, but it goes high. And on the other end, Copeland for Peters Township. Running now by Hamilton. Hamilton on the circle now, attacking the net. McElhaney denies him, and Copeland gets it back. Or Hamilton got it back. Tried to feed Copeland in front, no luck. And here comes Indiana the other way. Dumps it into the offensive zone. Boyer after it behind the net. Boyer looking for some help. Now he's got it. Circle. Looking, and he'll go up to the top. Lewis. Lewis from the point, and right into Kaler's chest, and freezes.
Good job by Kaler, too. No rebound. He's going to have to continue that play here in this third period. Kaler is stopping everything he sees here tonight. And he let some rebounds fly around in the second period, but he freezes that one.
Boyer wins the face-off, but it goes in the Peters Township area. And that's going to ricochet off the banners and the windows of the club area here at South Point. Some spectators watching from the club area. Enjoying some Class B PIHL hockey. Wrapped around.
So it feels like the first official day of winter here.
The snow falling and everything. Just 2 weeks before Thanksgiving officially, as we're here on a Thursday. They'll play it around here in the Indiana offensive zone. They're looking to gain possession of it, looking to add that insurance goal. 2-1 mark, they lead. Both goals courtesy of their captain, Lewandowski. But now here comes Peters Township. Ooh, taken away, Petro on the feed. Tried Peters Township, no luck. Quickly, Petro, 2-on-1 developing, feeds his man, shot, score! Oh, what a pass by Petro, and Clark got it right. Perfect feed by Petro, and just fired it in there, right past Kaler. And nothing Kaler could do, and he's frustrated. And that is the first goal of the game for Clark, and the first even-strength goal of the game.
There's that explosiveness from Indiana. You see Peters Township get the 2-on-1 chance. The blind feed to the right side is left behind the skater who had fallen down. And what does it turn into? A quick 2-on-1 the other way. Indiana wastes no time getting the puck down ice. And again, it's Petro there with the feed. Clark does the rest.
11:35 to go. Third period, 3-1 Indiana leads. Got that insurance goal, what they needed. Oh, and now on the other end. And it just got off the blocker, fit right between the blocker and the chest there. Number 40 or 61, Trent Burns maybe, with the goal there for Peters Township. Answer right back out, Joseph Platt, number 91 on the goal tally there for Peters Township. So the insurance goal for naught. 3-2 now the score.
The action's certainly picking up over there. 14 seconds separating two goals, one for Indiana. And then Peters Township gets a huge goal to cut it back to a one-goal game.
Quick shot on there, blockered away by McElhaney. So 14 goals separate 2 goals, and we're back to a one-goal game, 3-2 the score. In, and this one passed and shot in from behind the red line, therefore results in an icing. And it'll be Peters Township face-off down in their offensive zone. And John Platt, the goal, number 91. $11-12 to go here, third period. Shot right off the face-off, knocked away by McElhaney, and Indiana will wrap it around the boards to the other end behind the net, and they will set up to the breakout, but it goes right off the stick of one of the Indiana players, and once again an icing, and this Indiana 5 has been on the ice for a couple minutes now.
Let's get you up to date on the scoring here. Clark getting the goal for Indiana from Petro at 11:44 to make it 3-1 Indiana. And then Peters Township 14 seconds later. John Platt from Underwood and Hilsenberger to make it a 3-2 game. So 11 minutes left and right back to a one-goal game.
Cleared all the way up. Oh, a nice feed-up pass, too, and it's going to be Lewandowski with it, looking for his goal number 3 to complete his hat trick, but he'll feed it up to the point. And now they'll work it down towards the circle, near boards us, and knocked away by Peters Township. They'll play it around their net. Down by 1. 3-2 the score here, third period.
Clark's 4th of the year, Platt's 5th.
Under 10:30 to play here, third period. And we're going to see Peters Township bring it out of their offensive zone and regroup. Burns will just dump it in. And a change for Peters Township. Indiana will reset and look for the breakout. Ooh, just right under the stick there on the possible breakout. Lewandowski looking for some answers here as he gets it. Loose around here in the neutral zone. Who's going to claim possession of it? It's going to be Indiana, but no, lost away. Petro might have been tripped a little bit. Skate on skate there. Now back into the Peters Township zone. Peters Township now control top circle. Shot blocked away. Possession now back out neutral zone. O'Neal for Indiana calling for it and just missing out of his reach. And it'll go down. Peters Township gains possession. Lewandowski looking for it along with O'Neal, but it's going to be Peters Township with the possession. Number 4, Samuel Matter. Oh, that's number 4, Keegan Fulton Schuler for Peters Township. And now kept in by Indiana. Now cleared. And back out to the neutral zone. Indiana will regroup. Now dumped in. Peters Township wraps it around the boards. Looking for some help. Cleared all the way back out. Neutral zone. It'll be Petro there. Petro's name's been called a lot today. He's made a lot of fantastic plays. Great assist on the Clark goal, but he's also been the main puck carrier for Indiana all game long as he goes right back for it after the turnover.
Another candidate for our 3 stars at the end of the game, Thomas Petro.
And Petro just brings it all the way up. Oh, he goes end to end, and then he lays a big hit on the one Peters Township player, and he's still fighting for it as Petro. He is just an energizer all out there.
Dropped Oliva. He just slammed right into him. Thought he might get a call for leaving his skates.
Chance in front is denied and cleared all the way back down. And an icing.
And the Peters Township faithful wanting that call.
Yeah, they might have thought Petro might have been headhunting, left his feet on that hit. They might be looking for.
Didn't go for the head, but he certainly did leave the skates and go up high, the chest area. Play continues. Just over 8 minutes left in this one, and a 1-goal lead for Indiana. Face off in their zone, just to the right, the netminder McElhenny.
8:11 to go here, third period. Peters Township's head coach having a discussion with the referee. We will have the MSA Sports 3 stars of the game in our post-game show, along with a center stage. So Sean Myers is video streaming this game, so you can catch it anytime you want on the YouTube page.
John Platt getting the huge goal for Peters Township. 14 seconds after Indiana took a 3-1 lead. They made it back to 3-2. Platt, the leading scorer for Peters Township on the season. Now has 6 points, 5 goals, and an assist.
Face-off won and cleared out into the neutral zone. Now back in, but Indiana has possession. Indiana will bring it up right to left. They'll lose it on a head-up pass, but here we go now. They gain possession. Peters Township, though, takes it back. Hit from behind, and they will call it. It looks like the penalty will go against number 12, San Antoro, for Indiana.
Might be number 20. I think that was Dillian Butz-Retzer.
Away a power play coming up for Peters Township. See who the guilty party is.
Yep. It's number 20, Billion Butz-Retzer.
Two-minute power play coming up for Peters Township. 7:46 to go here in the third period. Peters Township needs this, down by 1. And it's cleared by Indiana off the opening face-off win. All the way down, and Peters Township will regroup. 1 for 3, I believe, they're on the power play tonight.
Had some great chances on their first opportunity of the night in the first period. Unable to convert.
Offensive rush does nothing for Peters Township. They'll have to regroup in the neutral zone. Platt tries to dance his way in. Nothing helps there, but they're able to keep it in on the attempted clear by Indiana. Across now. Heidenberger, and it's going to be 13. He passes it to, looking for something there was Jason Brown. And, kept it nicely by 73 Hamilton. Hamilton will just hold, looking for some options. Over to Platt. Platt, circle, down low now. And back out to Platt. No, but Hamilton's got it. Hamilton the shot, and loose around in front. Kept around, kicking around in the feet. Indiana now clears it. Lewis clears it for Indiana. Power play at 50 seconds and ticking.
Big clear there for Indiana. They needed to regroup. Get some fresh bodies out on the ice. Here's Township. Still time. 38 ticks as they bring it across.
Plosky, and here's a chance now. Peters Township has shot. And deflected away at McElhaney. Now they still have this. No, Indiana now has possession. And they'll clear it out and go into the Indiana bench with 23 seconds to go on the power play. And 6:09 to go in the game.
Clean look for Copeland from the left circle, wide open. Gets the shot off. McElhaney with a good stop.
Face-off win for Peters Township to Dunban. But Indiana has possession, and Indiana will clear.
All but do it unless they get one more quick rush here. Copeland's going to try and force it across.
Shut off, and there it is. No, he missed. I thought he had it. McElhaney had the net wide open, and he just missed it. He had an opportunity, had the whole right side of the net open, and he just missed it. Now here comes the other way for Indiana, big rush.
Hamilton had the golden opportunity off the rebound. The initial save by McElhaney off the pad. It went right to number 73 on the doorstep, and he shot it wide.
Chance to tie it at 3-3. Icing on the other way by Peters Township. Couple big hits. Petro was the guilty party of a couple big hits, or receiving, or no, he was giving those big hits, receiving them on the Peters Township side. Was I think number 22, Mike Olosky. He seems fine and ready to go for his next shift.
And oh man, a beautiful opportunity right there for Hamilton off the rebound. That's just what you want right there. When you take that shot from deep, you want that rebound right on the stick, and they got it. And PT's going to have a few of those to think about after this game if they're not able to even it up.
Face-off one, Indiana. O'Neal to Petro. Petro winds up and fires, deflected away by Kaler. He saw it all the way. Back out now, and it'll be taken away by Peters Township here coming on the rush. Burns the other way. Burns can't catch up to it, and now taken away by Indiana. Indiana looking for a smooth breakout, and so far so good. Now the clear, and nope, offsides. Almost had the chance for the Hail Mary pass to O'Neal to try to set up a breakaway. Peters Township will regroup. Looking for some help. Peters Township needs a goal as time keeps ticking here in the third period. Under 5 to play. Now here comes Peters Township neutral zone. Dumps it in. Couple bodies colliding. No call. This looks like they just ran into each other. And now up and to the neutral zone. Indiana holds it, dumps it in. O'Neal will dump it in, and Peters Township will regain. In their defensive zone. Taken away. Indiana. Kaler out to poke check it away. Puck still loose. Circles, and now skied and cleared by Peters Township. Whistle, though.
Lewandowski forcing the turnover, and I thought he might have They've drawn a penalty, too, on an interference. Peters Township, of course, didn't want to give him a clean break, tried to hold him up for just an instant. Kaler diving out at that puck, and hey, maybe they called it. It looks like they did. Didn't slip by the referees.
Matching coincidentals, it looks like.
Oh, they're taking them both off. So, Koreans off.
And O'Neill for Indiana. 5-on-5. 4:05 and ticking to go here in the third period. 3-2 the score. Indiana Little Indians over Peters Township Indians. Class B hockey, PIHL style here on the MSA Sports Network. Indiana has the lead 3-2 as they have now possession in the neutral zone. Now they lose it though, and it's coming here for Peters Township. Feet in front and just off to the side. Indiana. Peters Township now. Platt loses it. Indiana has it. And they will clear it up. Foot race, here we go. It's going to be Boyer. Boyer tries to swagger past someone, doesn't work there, and it's all Peters Township possession now. But on a bad feed, and it's Indiana with it. Penalty coming up as Boyer took a nasty spill. We're calling this one on Peters Township. Which number? Number 22, it looks like, is going right to it.
Well, that's a costly penalty for Peters Township with 3:20 left on the clock, trailing by 1.
Matthew Michalowski, the defender, 22, will go to the box. He's actually been the receiver of a couple big hits, and he's been seen frustrated body language-wise. Maybe took a frustrating retaliatory penalty there. Not something you need to do in these crucial minutes. Just over 3 to play. Power play here. Clark on the shot. Kaler stops it, but still loose as he couldn't handle the rebound. Peters Township looks to clear. They will not. Lewandowski now a blast from the point. No luck. Far to the right. Kept in, though, by Petro. Petro trying to keep it in, though. Peters Township fights it off to the neutral zone. Looking for a hold are the fans of Peters Township. No luck. And it's going to be Indiana.
Roughing the call against Michalowski. It's Indiana on the power play, a dangerous power play unit. Butts took one off the leg there. The shot from Clark shaken up.
Here's a chance. Fulton dances in. No luck, but he gets it right back off the poke check. Now we get a call and a whistle blown.
Butts is going to head off the ice after taking that one in the lower leg, that slapper.
We have an interference call coming up. Is this on Indiana? And if it is, it looks like it's going to be Clark.
Yep. Clark's going to go sit, and that'll even things up.
With 2:35 to go, minute 15 for Peters Township on their penalty. 2 minutes now on the Indiana penalty. So 4-on-4 hockey.
First time of the night we've had 4-on-4 and a very important 45-second power play on the back end for Peters Township.
Maybe a player from each side will take a penalty, and we'll have fun 3-on-3 hockey here for the final minutes of the third period. 3-2 Indiana leads over Peters Township. 4-on-4 hockey. Here comes Indiana. Open ice now. Ooh, nice little dance move right there by Lewis. Lewis still has it with some couple dance moves, breaking the ankles, if you will, of Peters Township, but no shot goes off to the side, and now Peters Township on the other end. 4-on-4 hockey leads to a lot of rushes and a lot of breaks. So far, we've seen a couple of them, but neither one has resulted in anything. Here's a chance now at the point. Shot. No, did not make it towards the net. Blocked in front. Back out now. Fulton. And a shot. Ooh, knocked away.
And a good save by Michael Henning. In this one-goal game, every save big.
Now down low, Petra behind the net. He is someone that might like this 4-on-4 hockey, but instead he'll just play it up to the neutral zone. He's a guy that likes to carry it from end to end, but he's going to play smart here, protect the one-goal lead.
Yep, Peters Township will go on the power play in 1 second. Now it begins.
They'll have 45 seconds on the power play.
And right as that power play began, Petro just poked it in softly deep.
Under a minute 10 to play here in the third period. 3-2 Indiana leads.
Now they're playing keep away shorthanded.
Peters Township needs one. They're on the power play, but it's Indiana with possession. And just throwing it towards the net is Fulton on the penalty kill. And Peters Township can't get it out of their defensive zone here, and they are on the power play with 15 to go on the power play and 46 to go on the clock.
Got to look to pull a netminder, too, as soon as you get it into the Indiana zone, but will they be able to do that with 40 seconds left?
Good feed up here, looking, no, taking away neutral zone. Power play over, 3-2 the score, 33 seconds to go, down into the Peters Township zone. Peters Township in the defensive zone, down by 1. They got to get to the offensive zone to at least start to think about pulling the netminder.
Indiana forcing all the play deep in the Peters Township zone, even shorthanded. Finally a clear, but it'll be an icing call, and the faceoff will come all the way back to Peters Township ice with 15.3 left. And now the mountain gets a little tougher to climb.
Timeout Peters Township. As you figured they would with their team being pretty tired out there on the ice. 15.3 to go. The face-off will be in the Peters Township defensive end, with Indiana leading 3-2.
Indiana doing everything right the last few minutes here, except for taking penalties, but they were able to kill off that 45-second power play for Peters Township and keep the action in the Indian zone to our left and just not give them any room. Indiana clinging to this 1-goal lead, and now it gets awful tough with 15 seconds left. You have to win a face-off. You have to get that puck up ice and get a shot off, and there's really not even enough time to pull your goaltender and get the extra skater on.
Indiana with 4 wins. They're looking for win number 5. 9 points on the season so far. Harbor Creek has 10. If Indiana wins this, they would put themselves 11 and start putting pressure more on Harbor Creek. Beavers next at 6 points, with tied with Meadville and Peters Township at 6. If Peters Township cannot even this game, they will be looking at a 3-3 record.
The face-off will be to the right of Kaler.
Here we go, face-off. Won by Indiana, but goes to Peters Township's side. And here they come on the rush. 10 seconds to go. Drops it off, still got a chance. No, down low. Looking for something. Goalie pulled. 3 seconds, 2. They're in the corner, 1, and that will be the game. Indiana will win 3-2 over Peters Township. Now some extracurricular activity going to ensue.
A couple of shots after the whistle. Petro's involved. And a few other Indians, and also we might get some late whistles on this action at the end of the game. But at any rate, Indiana's going to skate out of here with a 1-goal victory. They came a long way for this game. Down here to South Point.
Good bus ride back.
We're going to take a 3-2 win into the locker room. Big win for Indiana as they keep it rolling here in the early part of the season to go to 5-1-1 on the year. And Peters Township will fall to 503-3. Hey, we got a post-game show and 3 stars coming up.
Yes, we do, so stay tuned for that. You are listening and watching PIHL High School Hockey, sponsored by Trib Total Media, right here on the MSA Sports Network.
East Suburban Sports.
Welcome back to MSA Sports Network, coverage of PIHL hockey here on the MSA Sports Network. For Garo Von Dane, I'm Scott Majeski. Indiana Little Indians prevail here in South Point. They improved the record to 5-1-1, now 11 points on the young season, as they defeat Peters Township 3-2. Peters Township falls to 500 at 3-3, remain at 6 points in the varsity Class B division standings. And Management Science Associates 3 stars of the game, and Garo has them.
Your number 3 star of the game, goaltender for the Indiana Little Indians, Zane McElhenney. Excellent job in goal to hold Peters Township did just 2 goals, made some big saves, especially down the stretch for Indiana. Number 2 star, we're going to go with a guy we talked about a lot tonight. Number 14, Thomas Petro on defense for Indiana. Petro, boy, he can do it from both ends.
Oh, yeah, wow.
He's an exciting player to watch, and he moved the puck up ice. And, you know, he creates a lot of scoring opportunities, but he doesn't take himself out of position either. And credit Indiana, too, when he does pinch in deep, they have somebody back, and they're able to cycle around. And number 1 star for tonight is Luke Lewandowski. Lewandowski with a couple of power play goals, his 7th and 8th goals of the year. And Luke with 13 points now on the season. And Lewandowski, another strong night, and he can rise up at any time. Right before this first goal, he said, it's been a little quiet here tonight. Boom, boom, a couple of power play goals, and he is averaging more than a goal per game, and he's up, getting closer to 2 points per game now. There's Lewandowski, and Indiana skates away with his 3-2 victory over Peters Township.
We will take a quick commercial break, honor our sponsors, and then we'll have final thoughts and wrap it up here from South Point. Once again, you are listening and watching PIHL High School Hockey, sponsored by Trib Total Media, right here on the MSA Sports Network.
East Suburban Sports Medicine, leaders in physical therapy, will help you get back into the game. Feel better, play better, live better. Our focus is on your results. East Suburban Sports Medicine. Take it from me, Bill Hillgrove. It's the best care, hands down.
For the most complete recap of Friday night's WPIAL football action, tune in on your way home from the game to the MSA Sports Scoreboard Show here on the MSA Sports Network. Hi, I'm Don Rebel. Join me in the MSA Sports Gang for all the scores and recaps from the top games, plus the MSA Sports Roundtable. That's the MSA Sports Scoreboard Show after the game on Friday nights on the MSA Sports Network and at msasports.net.
Welcome back to South Point. Von Dane has just checked out. He's going to go find maybe shot totals for us for this contest between Indiana Little Indians and the Peters Township Indians. Final tonight, 3-2, Indiana beating Peters Township. Indiana once again improving to 5-1-1, 11 points on the year. Them and Harbor Creek look like the class of Varsity Class B in this division. Did we get shot totals?
Final shots, Indiana with 25. Peters Township with 23. And not a huge number of shots on goal, but quality chances were pretty good tonight, especially for Indiana.
And McElhaney, our 3rd star, made a lot of key saves. Kaler as well had a strong 3rd period to start for Peters Township. All right, that'll wrap it up here from South Point. We'll get a center stage for you. Thanks to Sean Myers for helping out video streaming this game. You can check that out whenever you want to on the YouTube page. So will be the center stage that we will obtain here from South Point. For Carol Von Dane, I'm Scott Majeski. Once again, Indiana Little Indians defeat Peters Township Indians 3-2 in Varsity Class B hockey here on the PIHL MSA Sports Network, our coverage of PIHL hockey. And once again, you are listening to and watching PIHL High School Hockey, sponsored by Trib Total Media, right here on the MSA Sports Network.
You have been listening to the PIHL on MSA Sports. High School Hockey 2014-2015 at MSAsports.net has been sponsored in part by First Commonwealth Bank, by S-Mark, by McDonald's, by People's Gas, by Carlow University, by UPMC Sports Medicine, by Pro Grass, by the East Suburban Sports Medicine Center, by Monticello's Italian Restaurant, and by Management Science Associates. You can follow the 2014-2015 high school hockey season every day by logging on to www.msasports.net. The preceding has been a special presentation of the Management Science Associates Sports Network.
up for another center stage? I don't really like doing center stages. Yeah. Alright. That way, because I know how to pack up all this jazz. There. Just take mine while you're out there, just in case. And then it's basically just you swipe up, then you'll save the video if yours doesn't